Hello guys and girls, welcome back to my channel. Today we gonna play some tower defense simulator using the towers that got balance chains. We gonna play two games because the towers that have balance chains are six towers. I will use some support towers just so that I can still win. But other than that, the balance change tower are the ones that do the heavy lifting. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So first game is on Bolton difficulty. I brought Warden, Crook Boss, Demo Man, and Gold Pyro. So actually you can almost win Fallen using these four towers. But since they are early game and mid game towers, you can't actually kill the Fallen King easily without tremendous amount of micro. So that's why I'm showing the gameplay on Molten because it's easier to follow and because I don't have enough skill to actually micro the towers. First is the Warden. Now, the Warden here on these patch has gotten some, I might say, very generous buff across all levels. And the only nerf, or what I consider is a nerf, is the placement limit that it now has. Now, practically speaking, 20 placement limit is still very many that you can place. Like in a game, you don't often place 20 wardens unless you are doing some weird challenge. Next, we have the Crook Boss. Now, the Crook Boss has a major buff in which we can now actually place the Crook Boss at the start of the game. Previously, it cost 650, but now it only costs 450 at level 0. The other major buff that it gets is when we upgrade to level 1, it will now spawn the crooks or the henchmen. With those two major buffs, the crook boss I would now consider as a great option for early game and a decent option for mid game. At level 3, however, we could consider it getting nerfed because it got more expensive. Previously, it was 1,500 to upgrade to level 3, but now it's 2,000. But I would consider it as a rebalance more than a nerf because for that cost increase, it also have a stat increase. The fire rate is now much faster than before, so it will shoot much faster. Next is the Demo Man. Now, Demo Man has gotten a buff across all levels. So, not just some levels, on all levels. I would say the significant buff is at the level 1 and 2, where it got a fire rate increase, so it shoots much faster, while also have the cost reduction. We could also think of the last upgrade as also a major buff, because at the last upgrade, it now has a hidden detection added. What this means is that Demo Man can now help kill hidden enemies, especially hidden boss. Well, technically, it can help kill hidden enemies or hidden boss before this buff, because it can indirectly hit them, because the moment is a splash tower. Now it can directly target them, so that when there's no other enemies, it can now shoot them. Overall, I think it's a good buff for Demo Man, because I think we can actually use him, like he's actually useful for other difficulties other than Molten. Next is God Pyro. So for God Pyro, it got more of a rebalance than just a buff, but I would say it's a buff overall to the early level and a rebalance on the higher levels. So for level 2 and 3, it got some cost reduction. For level 2, it went from 1000 to 750, and we will get +1 range at that level. But at level 3, we don't get +1 range, but the cost is reduced from 1800 to 1500. So early game to mid game, you will feel that the God Pyro is actually much stronger than the previous pets. Alright, so next game, we will repeat the map, and we will do the Fallen mode with two of the other balance change tower, which are the Cowboy, the Gold Cowboy, and the Accelerator. Gold Cowboy has gotten some good buffs on some levels. So it has gotten a buff on level 2, level 4, and the last level. The upgrade, which I consider to be the most beneficial for all game modes and all difficulties, is the level 2 upgrade. Because previously, it will give us 40 cash per cash shot, but now it will give us 45 cash per cash shot. This buff will make the early game farming using the gold cowboy much more easier because we get more cash. For the level 4 and level 5 upgrade, I think it's a good buff, but I don't think it's enough simply because the cost to upgrade to level 4 and 5 is just too much. I would say it might be worth it to upgrade to level 4 or even level 5 on a much longer game mode, because to get more value on the cowboy upgrade you need games that are longer. So the longer you play, they will shoot more, which will give you more value. However, I have to remind you to be not so greedy when using the gold cowboy, because it doesn't have a good DPS. So if you upgrade them too much and you don't actually place your better DPS tower, you might actually lose the game. So you have to be cautious when to upgrade them to those levels. Finally, we have the accelerator. So the accelerator has gotten a rebalance, but I would think it's a overall nerf because I think accelerator is a mid game and late game tower. So the first nerf is that it no longer has hidden detection at level 0. It was moved to level 1. So you have to upgrade to level 1 to get hidden detection when using accelerator. At level 1, it got a small buff in which it gets plus 5 attack instead of plus 4. At level 2, it also got a small buff, which we have the overcharge from 280 to 375. A bit of an explanation about overcharge. So the overcharge mechanic of the accelerator is just the damage that it can do to enemies before it has to reload. So more overcharge limit means more damage that it can deal before it has to reload. For level 3, I think it's another small buff in which it has the overcharge go up from 425 to 625, but the damage increase is decreased from plus 11 to plus 10. I would think that is to compensate for level 1, because level 1 we get plus 4 to plus 5. So it just moved from level 3 to level 1. Level 4, I think it got the most buff, which the damage increase is going up from plus 11 to plus 20, and the overcharge is also increased from 1080 to 1350. I'm still not certain which level to upgrade for cost efficiency. I would think now it's level 3, but level 4 looks also good because it has a plus 20 damage from level 3. Let me know in the comments which level do you think is the most cost effective or cost efficient to place the accelerator, level 3 or level 4, or maybe other level. Now, finally, the nerf. It has gotten a range nerf. Now the range at final level is just 20 instead of 22.5. I think that's still a small nerf compared to the cost increase, which it now costs 34,000 compared to the previous cost, which was 30,000. I think accelerator will still be great in all game modes, but we have to just be more cautious of the in-game economy so that we can upgrade the accelerator to max level. Alright, guys and girls, we are at near the end of the video. I hope you all enjoy it. I would love to see comments if you put any of the buff towers in your current loadout. And as always, have a nice day and I will see you on the next video.